What's up everyone, I'm Tim and this is my channel 40 Times Around, where we talk about everything related to motorcycles, camping, travel, and adventure. And today we're going to talk about two very cheap options for action cameras that shoot in 4K or 1080p. Okay, so I put out a video a while ago about the Ion Speed Pro, which was out of stock for a while and it may very well still be. But I wanted to make a video about some action cameras that are both available and actually a little more up to date. So we're going to be talking about these two cameras. Both seem to be modeled after the GoPro with a similar shape. So we have this one that's kind of from a no-name brand and then this other one from Weyty. So we're going to start with breaking down all of the stats real quick and then we're going to see what these cameras can do. And actually I have never used these yet, so okay, let's stop that here actually. So I had a chance to look at the footage, and in fact, you've already seen the footage too if you've watched my recent moto vlogs. I'm going to strongly advise against the no-name brand here, which I haven't been using since I saw the footage. The video quality was terrible, the exposure was off, which was adjustable, but I just couldn't get the contrast I was looking for. The 4K on the no-name was really terrible. I'll show you that in a minute. The Weyty, on the other hand, I had a little more luck with that one. Like I said, the no-name isn't worth it, but here are the stats on the cameras, which are exactly the same. So there are actually some telltale signs all over the advertisements for these things that they're just cheap knockoffs of the real deal. But I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I got really great performance out of my last inexpensive action camera. To be honest with you, after I opened the box up, with the exception of a $10 difference between the no-name model, there's literally no brand name on it anywhere, and the Weyty, there's a $10 difference, and other than that, the stats are absolutely identical. So I'm just going to run through stats on both of them at the same time. The only other difference is just like a couple of cosmetic things. You know, one has a red light, one has a blue light. The buttons are designed slightly different, but the setup is exactly the same. The operation is the same, and all the stats are completely the same. So real quick, let's run through this. So obviously they shoot in 4K and 1080p. The no-name says it has a Sony sensor and is supposedly waterproof up to 30 meters, and the Weyty is waterproof up to 100 feet. Just diving in a little deeper on the stats, they shoot at 4K, 30 frames per second. This is reasonable for the price, but it probably won't be great for slow motion at that speed. They have wide-angle lenses at 170 degrees. They shoot 120 frames per second at 720, 60 frames per second at 1080. And like I said, they're waterproof when they're in the case. Now, there's a little discrepancy on exactly how deep they'll go. I'm not really going to test that out. If you're on a motorcycle, you probably shouldn't be that deep anyways. So they both come with a bunch of accessories for mounting to a helmet or your handlebars, all kinds of little things. So, you know, lots of accessories that come with it. And they both come with an extra battery too. They're both Wi-Fi capable, which can be used with an app called Sport Look, which can control the camera and view images and videos. It also has a 2-inch LCD screen, which seems nice for lining up shots or seeing what you're actually recording. Although honestly, if it's on my handlebars or helmet, I'm not looking at that anyways, so I hope that doesn't drain the battery too much. The battery is a lithium-ion battery, and they claim a 90-minute battery life and a 2-hour charging time. And I did actually charge these last night. That seems about right as far as charge time. They both take a micro SD card. They support HDMI output if you're looking for that. It says it shoots in slow motion, but that would appear to only be at 720, 120 frames per second. So I wouldn't really be using that too much, to be honest with you. Also, a few more neat features are that you can actually adjust the exposure, which is intriguing because my Ion Speed didn't do that. It's time-lapse capable from a half a second to 60 seconds in kind of random increments. Just a word of caution from the factory, and this is pretty typical of any electronic devices, that once you get it from the factory before using it for the first time, you want to make sure that it's fully charged. And here is some of the side-by-side footage of the two cameras. The one downside I can see to the Weyty is the image stabilization, or rather the lack of image stabilization. If you're just looking to document your trip for yourself and your family, this is a great camera and definitely worth a very low price. If you're planning to upload videos to YouTube, it can work, but you might want to consider the GoPro 7, which I will be upgrading to very soon, and of course, when I get my hands on one, I'll be doing a review of that too. I will say the 4K is probably not worth it. I would recommend filming in 1080p, and the results are pretty decent. Video quality wasn't earth-shattering at 720 or 4K. 1080 just seemed to be the sweet spot. We aren't going to talk about the no name anymore. I'm telling you, don't waste your money on it. It was really terrible. And if you are looking at cheap action cameras online, especially if they shoot 4K, be prepared to potentially waste money because it seems there are good ones available and really bad ones available. As far as the Weyty goes, the battery life was excellent. The 2 batteries gave me more than enough time to film plenty throughout the day. You saw the image quality, which was good enough in my opinion. It's easy to use, and of course it comes with all these GoPro mounts and accessories, so that is a nice bonus. If you're using this camera to get started and you're intending to upgrade later to a GoPro, well, that way you'll already have all the mounts you need. I will be doing a video soon about my motovlog setup that I'm currently using, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. I did put a few of the mounts to use that this camera came with. The sticky side of the mounts were not great, and if you're looking for a better way to attach a mount to your helmet, either buy better mounts like the ones GoPro makes, which stick much better, or you can use Sugru. For those of you that don't know, Sugru is a putty type glue that hardens, and it works really well for attaching cameras to helmets. In fact, MC Rider did a great video about this, which I'll link to here. I had never used it before and I wasn't sure what to expect, but his video definitely helped, and I don't want to repeat what he already said, so go ahead and check out his video on that if you want more info on attaching a camera to your helmet. Anyways, that's it for this video review of one really crappy camera and one pretty decent one. I'll go ahead and link to the Weyty in the description box down below if you want to check it out. I am not going to link to the other one because I don't want anyone to accidentally click on the wrong one. But this is what the box looks like, so make sure you don't buy this one. Anyways, I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you guys want to see more videos about motorcycles, camping, travel, and adventure. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.